Hi, I'm Diane Nelson. Welcome to Meet the Candidate of Harrison Township 2020. This project is a joint effort between myself as the Senior Center Coordinator and Melissa Goins, the Library Director for Harrison Township. The program is designed to bring information to the voters of Harrison Township about the people who currently serve the township and others from our community who want to. The library nor the Senior Center endorses any candidates. The only goal of this project is to provide voters with information.
We're talking with Shane Sellers, candidate for the Lance Creuse Public Schools Board. Tell us about yourself, Shane.
First, I'd like to thank the Harrison Township and the library for putting this on. Lance Creuse and the township have held a great partnership for decades. I would love to be a part of this. In terms of my occupation, I am a junior coach and director at Peachtree Tennis Club. I'm also an assistant tennis coach at Anchor Bay High School. I'm a full-time student at Macomb Community College. I was going to attend Central Michigan University this fall, but I chose to attend MCC to serve my local school district and its patrons best. I'm a recent graduate of Lance Creuse High School North. I served on the National Honor Society for the last 2 years at the school. I graduated with honors in all core classes. My experience inside the schools for the last 15 years is crucial to my understanding of school politics and the operations of the district. I am the only candidate and would be the only member of the board with 21st century education experience needed to guide our district into the future.
Right. What originally prompted you to run for the school board?
Well, I was just honored by the board in January when I won Student of the Month for High School North. I have attended or viewed every single board meeting for the last 4 years. I'm incredibly knowledgeable in the operations of the board, and using my experience of being in the classroom for the last 15 years that most board members do not recently have is paramount in my desire to help the district. After being the guinea pig for the district's online learning program from March to when I graduated in June, I know just how difficult online learning is and how important it is to have our kids attend safe in-person learning. I have seen the decisions of the board affect my education firsthand. And using my relationships in the schools, I have the unique connection to the teachers and students to guide my decisions on the board. I'm the most motivated to be a face in the district everyone recognizes and one that is easily approachable.
What do you see as general concerns for Lance Creuse schools, and how do you plan to address them?
Well, there are 3 key problems I would like to address if elected. First, the issue I am most dedicated to is budgeting and allocating funds in an appropriate manner. When the Macomb County Enhancement Millage passed back in March, it was worded to go towards students in a way to enhance their education, including new technology. Instead, the district approved the funds to be directly dumped into the general fund where students will never see the improvement in their education. Not only that, but current board member and candidate Adam Lipsky took this money at the last board meeting, and without public discussion or board discussion to go over the financials, he proposed and passed that the millage funds go to free sports. That $4.1 million now will never see the classroom, the teachers, or our students. There's a lot of things in our schools that money should have gone to, but now our students will suffer because of a campaign move he made. If elected, I would propose an amendment to the budget that would reallocate those funds into a separate budget for the betterment of all students and teachers. Secondly, the school board needs to focus on retaining and attracting high-quality teachers. In 2019, the district offered a buyout for experienced teachers to start their retirement early. It was a win-win, the district said, as we would hire equally as great teachers for half the cost that would save the district millions of dollars. Wrong again. Teaching expenditures went up this year, so we lost our best and most qualified teachers, 36 in all, and we will end up paying $2 million more this year in teaching expenses. If elected, I will work with the board to stop the buyout program and continue our relationship with the teachers union to develop a more comprehensive plan. Finally, mental health support is at a tipping point in our district. The mental health support does not even come close to where it needs to be, especially with the hardships the pandemic has caused. High School North has exactly 4 counselors for a student population of nearly 2,000. That means each counselor must oversee 500 students each. If a student needs to make an appointment with a counselor, it can sometimes take weeks before a visit. This is dangerous for our students with urgent matters. If elected, I would look to at least double the amount of counselors in each building to slash our student wait times for an appointment.
Okay. What are your involvements in community affairs?
I was heavily involved in the district during my time in the schools. In addition to serving in the school's National Honor Society, I received a Presidential Award for Community Service Hours during my high school tenure. I served more than 400 hours in the community, including working as a poll worker in the last 2 elections. I was a team captain for my tennis team both my junior and senior year. I know what it's like to lead and help a community. I also served on the school newspaper as an editor and lead writer. I would love to return to the schools if elected and volunteer in the buildings as much as I can. This position is so much more than attending meetings twice a month. This is about being put in a position to lead. And with my very recent education in the schools, I am prepared to use my experience and relationships developed to better our school community and Board of Education.
Great. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
I would like to take a moment to commend all of our teachers and students on coming to school every single day in the midst of a pandemic. This is something that weighs heavily on me. I rate our district response to the pandemic as a 3 out of 10. While I applaud the district for attempting an in-person learning format, I have a saying: if you're going to do it right. The board has failed miserably at this. They're trying to build the plane while it's already flying in the air, and that just doesn't work very well. If you choose the in-person program, the buildings have not been adjusted hardly at all for the pandemic. If you choose the online program, it is not even being taught by LCPS teachers, and the class offerings are incredibly limited. I believe the district should come together to make a cohesive decision that involves all parties of the district. No matter the decision they made, the board chose to back themselves in a corner and refuse to listen to parents and students speaking at the meetings, nor did they listen to the teachers who listed reasonable concerns. The schools did not implement the necessary changes to the buildings that would ensure safe learning, and the online format basically encouraged students to return to in-person as its offerings were incredibly limited and most honors or AP classes were not even offered on the online format. Here's what my first meeting in January will look like if I am elected. I will get sworn in, and within the first hour, I will have to decide on the 2 biggest decisions facing a school board member right now: schools of choice and our COVID learning plan. I am preparing right now for those decisions. I believe the citizens of Harrison Township will approve of my stances on these issues, and I look forward to hopefully serving these wonderful people for the next 6 years. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for telling us about yourself, Shane, and for offering to serve in our community.
Thank you.
I'm Melissa Goins. Thank you for tuning in to meet the candidates of Harrison Township 2020. Don't forget to vote at the polls on August 4th and November 3rd, or with an absentee ballot. All voting information for Harrison Township can be found at htvotes.com. That's HT for Harrison Township, votes.com.